Mayor, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Garfield Mayor and Council for May 20th, 2025 to order at 6:13 p.m. On roll call, council members Rigoloso, absent Delaney.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Kane.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Mayoral Advisor Raymond. Here. And Mayor Garfield.
Here.
We have a quorum. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey requires the commencement of every meeting statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now therefore be advised that the meeting requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing an annual meeting notice in the Record and Herald News and by posting such notice in the office of the city clerk as well as in a public place within the municipal building and by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on January 2nd, 2025 and published on January 7th, 2025. If we can please stand for the flags.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You can remain standing for our prayer. From the message of Pope Francis for World Communications Day in 2021. Lord, teach us to move beyond ourselves and to set out in search of truth. Teach us to go out and see, teach us to listen, not to entertain prejudices or draw hasty conclusions. Teach us to go where no one else will go, to take the time needed to understand, to pay attention to the essentials, not to be distracted by the superfluous and distinguished deceptive appearances from the truth. Grant us the grace to recognize your dwelling places in our world and the honesty needed to tell others what we have seen. Amen. Okay, first on the agenda this evening, we have a resolution approving liquor license transfer person to person, number 0221-33-021-002, which is a consumption license located at 68 Lambda Avenue, formerly Wild Rose. Before Wild Rose, it was formerly the Elks Lodge. Here with us this evening, we have counsel to represent his client. Everything is in order state-wise. We had a conversation prior to this meeting about being respectful and mindful of the neighbors and the noise ordinance, etc. But if there are any questions, please be directed to council.
Good evening, Mayor. I'm Manny Grove, law firm of Law Barrett, on behalf of Garage Fusion Inc. My clients are here. Their intention is to buy a building as well as the liquor license and the business. We want to put forth a Latin fusion food, which is not just Mexican, it's not just Colombian, it's a fusion of all Latin food. Our clients do currently own a restaurant in Clifton, so they've got 4 years of experience in the business. Never had any problems there. Their license is unblemished. And the intent is to open up the restaurant soon. We're hoping to close title on the business and building within this week. There will be, we're going to be seeking your cooperation, allowing us to have some music to all people eat. And we do expect over the summer months to use the outdoor. There's an outdoor area there in the parking lot where they had the prior tables, umbrellas. And that's basically technically the use of the facility.
I have a question. What business do they own in Clifton?
The Mayoria, Mayoria that's Colonial West.
Oh.
Right on Akron Avenue.
Wild Rose, I don't believe they had tables outside, did they? I don't think they
I
were.
have pictures of them.
Did
Yeah, they did.
I don't even think they were there.
They weren't there.
I saw the pictures of the tables.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be like in the parking lot area,
On
right?
the side.
And what's the hours of operation?
Well, the business itself, I mean, now from 11 a.m. until closing, but what is the rule?
2 a.m.
Straight 2 a.m. all 7 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that's what we're doing. Outside, not so big, obviously.
You do know, you're aware there's a daycare right there across the street.
Different operation.
No, but 11,
24 hours.
no, 11, you can open up for lunch at 11.
Yes.
Okay.
You said something about music and entertainment. Do you plan on doing music outside as well as inside?
Right now, if there's going to be any music outside, it's going to be very, very low speakers, but that will be turned off at 10 o'clock. And we're subject to whatever you guys want.
Yeah, we just want, I mean, if music, we just wanna make sure it's not projecting into any neighbors and volume and kind of thing.
We'll make sure to keep it low, just like background music.
Good luck.
Thank you.
There's no further questions, I'll take a motion.
I just want to wish you a lot of luck. That's it. Make a big first.
Thank you, Kath.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion by Deputy Mayor Raymond, seconded by Mayor Barnstone. Roll call, council members Verdeloso, absent Delaney. Deputy Mayor Kane,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Raymond,
Yes.
and Mayor Barnstone.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Keep it up to you.
What a birthday.
We'll reach out if we, when we're kind of, we need to talk over, maybe we'll ask the council mayor.
Yeah, if you have a ribbon cutting, yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have ordinances being read on first reading. Resolution R-256-25, introduced ordinance 37-8 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, ordinance by the mayor and council of the city of Garfield, amending the city of Garfield code to adopt a new chapter article to adopt flood hazard maps to designate floodplain administrator and providing for severability and an effective date be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard at a meeting held on June 10, 2025 at 6 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard, and be further resolved that the city clerk be, and she is hereby authorized to advertise in the legal newspaper notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law for members of the public and the governing body. This ordinance is a state requirement, has been reviewed by the attorney, our engineer, and approved by the state for introduction. Related to our floodplain requirements. If there's no questions, I'll take a motion. I have a motion by Deputy Mayor Kane, seconded by Delaney. On roll call, council members Verdeloso, absent Delaney.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Kane.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Raymond.
Yes.
And Mayor Barnstone.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, next we have our consent agenda, which includes resolutions 257 through 268. Are there any questions on the consent agenda from the governing body?
Yes, 265, 25, are there any new applications or they all existing?
All existing.
I have one, 26325. This is, basically for, as it says here, structures on pit.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Again, I like this because it's gonna make the quality of life aesthetically
Yes.
better for.
And then following the adoption of the resolution, the attorney and myself will present to you an ordinance as well. But this resolution needs to be adopted.
And then will there be fines when they,
Yes,
yes.
and also, you can make application for injunctive relief as well, and you can take action and then assess it on the property. You can even go as far in certain circumstances as to demolish the property and assess the cost on title.
What if we have a non-compliant person?
The ordinance contemplates it, and so does the statute. We can just basically, go through the process and do it without their consent, and they have to let us do it if we go through the proper steps.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
No, there's no further questions. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll say, okay. Hey, Joe.
This one is microphone.
I know, we broke the other one. You already broke the other one.
On the floor, I have a motion by Deputy Mayor Kane, seconded by Delaney. On roll call, council members Verdeloso, absent Delaney.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Kane.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Raymond.
Yes, on the agenda, except bills for the safe family water.
Thank you, and Mayor Barnstone.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, that concludes my portion of the meeting.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to open up the meeting to any kind of public comments or concerns. So if you have anything to discuss, come up to the mic, state your name and address, and do so.
I just want to follow up with regard to the safety issues at the former Central
I remember you from our last meeting. Can I just have your name and address again? And you were on Semmel, right? 144. So at our meeting last week, May 13th, our meeting structure is a little bit different this month because of the Memorial Day holiday. We did introduce the parking ordinance to address your concerns and following your suggestion, which I thought was a very great suggestion. We just couldn't adopt the ordinance this evening because there wasn't enough time between introduction and adoption, because their meetings were only a week apart. So it will be adopted on June 10th. So following June 10th, the no parking in that area will be implemented.
Was there any discussion also about what kind of traffic light they may be, or whether it's a full street light covered, or whether it's just a blinking amber and red?
As of right now, to be honest, we don't have the financial capacity to install a light there. It's just gonna be the no parking, and then hopefully, maybe in the future, we can do more. But as of right now, within the police department budget, we don't have.
Well, at least, the no parking can be half the block on the west side and the short full block on the east side. Would really make more room for traffic to go through here.
Yeah.
Because normally when vehicles go on truck to fix,
Mhm.
especially if the large vehicles park on either side. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public have anything to say? If you do, come up, state your name and address, and
I'm just gonna talk about Bullet Creek for 30 minutes. We're only because the last is 67 Morris Ave. My neighbor had a question, so next to my house, there's that ditch that like goes all the way down from like George Street, right by the middle.
by the old credit union over there, that building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy that owns the credit union now, he fixed it, but all my neighbors were saying that like they're worried about, I guess someone, I don't know if it's the city or who, someone put like a fence by Priceway. So all the garbage that flies through gets stuck by that fence. So they're worried that if it rains and like floods, especially Columbus, which is flooding, that they're gonna flood. Is that like, you guys did the fence, or is that like they cleaned it up? I don't know.
I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with the area whatsoever.
It's like by Priceway, like,
so-
someone put a fence by Priceway, so all the garbage gets trapped there.
I can ask our DPW superintendent tomorrow and then reach out to you because I'm not familiar.
You're not talking about where the trucks go in, that
I don't
area?
know, like, this my neighbor was saying,
Do
she,
you have a bit, like, can you-
Columbus always floods, like, like,
Yeah.
so apparently there's now like a fence by Priceway where like the ditch keeps going, all the garbage gets trapped with that fence.
It's
And
not
you're worried
raining.
that it'll be constructed and
Yeah,
cause
so
more
they're
flooding.
like, I'm not really, my house isn't flood, but like they're worried that all that garbage is gonna make.
Yeah.
Water back.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I could speak with Sam.
We'll look into it,
tomorrow.
and we'll,
It's just neighbor complaint, she's
If
saying.
you have a picture, you could send me, that would be really helpful. If not,
I don't even know.
if not, I'm sure.
We'll
Sam-
stop by your house and you can show me, and we'll look into it.
That's all.
That's it? That was short.
I was gonna talk about her.
Now we get it, there we go.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else from the public have anything to say? Once, going twice. Okay, if not, I'm going to close the public portion of this meeting. And
Mayor has comments.
do you have any comments, Mr. Delaney?
Yes, it's good to see school number 10's in the audience tonight. I believe they're doing something for schoolwork.
And
Uh,
the high school.
And don't worry, the gens are here.
Nice, I like to see that. Also, this coming Monday is Memorial Day, so I'd like to just wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. And let's just remember the sole purpose of Memorial Day is to remember all the men and women who did give their lives. And if we can, I'm really happy with the amount of banners I see this year out on the streets. I mean, I know we must have gotten a lot more than previous years, but you go up out Water Lane, middle of that, yeah, who actually sponsored, because it comes from a family. Anybody who wants to sponsor a banner in memory of the loved one who served in the, military, they could get the banner put up there. And it looks really nice, and I'm really proud of what the city has done to remember our fallen. So we have 3 things. Kevin will give us the schedule of events for Monday with that. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor Kane.
Thanks everyone for coming. It's like a packed house tonight. There's this many people in the attendance. It's amazing. I hope everyone has a safe Memorial Day. Enjoy it. Enjoy with family, friends. On Monday, there are a couple events going on. At 9:15, there is a ceremony right in front of City Hall by the bell. And then at 11 o'clock, over by the monument on Midland Avenue, if you guys are free, swing by. I believe the VFW also set the post online, which I'll be doing this week, that they're having a little ceremony after the 11 o'clock monument ceremony. So if you guys are free, swing by. Other than that, we'll see you guys at the next meeting. You know, pack this house, but maybe I have to eat people next time. Enjoy your holiday and have a great night.
Deputy Mayor Raymond. Deputy
Yes.
Mayor Raymond.
Yeah, I would like to just suggest that maybe we could look in, maybe the events committee could look into a Memorial Day parade for next year.
Yeah, we talked about that during our campaign, but this year it was just
Too short.
To do it, but next year.
But we'd have to start now because you gotta book the bands and whatever a year in advance. But really, I think it's just a nice way to honor, our heroes,
Absolutely.
whether they just went through the war or they gave their life in the war. They're American heroes and we should never forget. It's because of them that we have the freedoms that we do. And I always felt that was very important. I know years ago when we had the Memorial Day parade, it was wonderful. And Madam City Manager, Angel told me last night, he was with the VFW, that the VFW donated $5,000 toward banners.
Yes, so they raised $5,000. So we've been working with them as far as who, they want the banners to go.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, so they'll provide me, like, if they want to sponsor a banner for family in need that, maybe can't afford the sponsoring themselves. So the full $5,000 has not been expended yet because we're working with them as far as how they want to spend that $5,000.
Okay, and is there any chance of getting the pavers back from, that were down at Columbus Park? You know the pavers?
For the Columbus statue, Unico took those pavers back and they were being stored in Elma Park.
DPW.
Yeah, that's,
What are they?
Unico handled that because they were Unico pavers. They requested to take them, so Unico took them.
Could you reach out to them at some point?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be right away. And find out, because I have people ask me, I have 2 pavers myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to know what they plan to do with them, because we did pay for it.
Yeah.
Other than that, everybody have a safe, happy, and healthy Memorial Day, and let's remember in our prayers all our fallen soldiers. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I just say Happy Memorial Day, because everybody said everything already. Jen, any one of you can answer. What are you actually here for?
We're taking graduate courses, and we had to attend the city council meeting and a board of ed meeting. So we were graced with our presence. We will not be probably one of the 10 people in the next round.
It's a shame you came to tonight's meeting, because there's not much going on.
That's why I think they came.
Yeah. You got
It's not
the
always
inside scoop.
It's a conflict class. This is going to be a nice paper I write with no conflicts.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I just want to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. Stay safe, enjoy your family like they said prior. There are certain things going on Monday. Would love to see you, or somebody is there if you can make it. Just stay safe and stay healthy, and God bless.
Thank you, Mayor. With that being said, we can entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Okay.
All right, I have a motion by Deputy Mayor Kane, seconded by Mayor Barnto. All in favor?
Aye.
All right,